ADOS, proud sponsors of ADOS Addicted to Fishing.
I'm Nicky, and since I could hold a handline, I have been addicted to fishing. Whether it's stray lining for snapper, jigging for kingfish, dropping deep for harpooker, or jumping in and going spearfishing, I love it all. Join me each week as I road trip around the country, travelling to both New Zealand's most iconic fishing destinations and stepping off the beaten track to show just how good Kiwi fishing really is. Whether it's a girls' trip, fishing with a local, or riding solo, I am on a constant quest to satisfy my insatiable fishing addiction. Welcome to ADOS Addicted to Fishing this week. Now you may remember from a couple of shows ago that our mates at Qantas were kind enough to send us across the ditch to discover all that Australian fishing has to offer. After a quick transfer, we set off on our way to Arno Bay to meet up with local legend Fuzz from Fuzz's Fishing Adventures. Arno Bay is on the Eyre Peninsula of South Australia, which is known for its pristine white sandy beaches and it's great fishing.
Yeah, I've been fishing since I was pretty young. My father and all his mates, their idea of a day out fishing was setting a net, which was legal back in those days, on the beach. And they'd set up a barbecue on an esky and have beers, and us kids would put the gear on and swim out and man the net. So that was probably my first experience as a fisherman. Back then, the fish were prolific, you know, like the net might be set for half an hour and there'd be 200 yellowfin whiting in a net. So yeah, it was a pretty awesome introduction to fishing, I suppose. When I started the fishing charter business about 10 years ago, that was an excuse to just get a nice boat with the wife. I thought that was my only chance of getting a nice boat, and yeah, it sort of backfired on me a bit. From the day I started chartering, it just has been constant, you know, anything up to 150, 200 charters each year. So it's been, yeah, really flat out from the start.
So what's the plan for today, Fuzz? What are we doing?
Never really have a plan.
You never have a plan?
No, you just point the boat out the harbour and see where it wants to take you.
Okay.
Everything goes well, hopefully we'll get Nicky out onto the snapper. There's been a few big ones around, but not a lot. We're getting plenty in the 40 to 50 centimetre mark, so I don't think we'll have too many worries catching plenty of them. And if that all goes well, we can get the Rapala lures out and troll them around, or anchor up and burley up and see if we can get the Snook, or depending if you're Kiwi, Snook, or Victorian's the same pronunciation, but the South Aussies we call them Snook. And they're good fun on the lures, so hopefully they turn it on and we get to have a crack of that. And all going well, we end up back here where we are now and have a little bit of a cook up in the fish bay.
Hey Fuzz, what are these here?
These are Arno Bay's yellowtail kingfish farms.
Kingfish farms?
Yeah. If you look back on the hill, back through there, you'll see that's where they do all the breeding. All the big brood stock live up on the hill, and then when the fish spawn, they get them to about that sort of size. The helicopter comes in, and then they fly the fish out to the farm. So worked out that's the best way to no mortalities or best survival rate, and then they grow them out here for a couple of years to get them up to about 5 or 6 kilo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty busy little industry for our little town.
Yeah, yep. That's quite a unique part of the fishery here.
Yep, Clean Seas is the name of the company. It's an Australian company, like public, so yeah, and they seem to go pretty well. And
so what we're seeing here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different...
Yeah, 5 different cages.
Yeah.
And full capacity is about a couple of 100 tonne of fish inside those cages.
So they're obviously incredibly deep.
Yeah, yes, what are we, about 22 metres?
Wow.
Yeah, so there's a lot of fish in there.
We're stoked to borrow an extreme boat from Inverloch Marine, and after an hour's journey, we get set up to come face to face with some South Australian snapper. Right, Fuzz, well, we're pretty much on top of that mark. Should we get fishing? Got a sign there?
A little bit of action on the sounder. Hopefully we find a couple of snapper here.
Cool, let's do it. Right, so what rigs are we using today, Fuzz?
We'll have two different options. We'll try just the standard bait rig, which is your sinker on the bottom and your hook a little bit above it so it doesn't get snagged and tangled.
Sure.
It's a pretty basic rig. If you do happen to get snagged or lose it, we just undo the loop and replace it with another hook. So
Sweet, nice and easy.
Yeah, if the action gets a bit hot, it's easy to just put another hook on and away you go.
Cool.
No rocket science with snapper bait. Yeah, that's
Nice. And you caught those squid?
Yeah, we get a lot of squid on the inshore grounds. Usually we do eat the tentacles, but we'll put a special one on to start with and see what happens.
Okay, sounds good. Let's do it.
And we're in 26 metres of water, so it takes you a little while to get down.
Oh, we're on already. Hasn't even hit the bottom and we're already hooked up.
Got one on already.
Got one on already.
Woohoo!
Fresh squid. Demon bait. Come on, come home.
What, you confident to call a weight on it yet?
It's not a big one.
Not a monster?
Nah.
That is what we call in South Australia a rugger.
A rugger.
A rugger, yeah.
Woohoo! Snapper.
Hey! First cast, first fish.
Ew, I didn't even get that one down to the bottom.
No, he's a beauty.
They love that fresh squid, don't they?
Yeah, they do love the fresh squid. 45 centimetres, I reckon that one. Our legal size limit's 38. So
38.
So you're well oversized for your first South Oz fish.
Woohoo!
And plenty of weight through the fish. Beautiful, healthy fish.
Very healthy. He's quite a little fatty. Coming up next, Fuzz and I crack into some beauty snapper. Oh, they are little scrappers.
Yeah, good fun, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah. This week, we're fishing out of Arno Bay in South Australia with our friend Fuzzle. We've taken the extreme boat 40 kilometres off the coast to target snapper.
Yeah, we're pretty spoilt with our variety of fish here. There's not too much we can't get, ranging from your crustaceans through to your fish. Like, we've got the best prawn fishery in the world, the blue swimmer crabs, crayfish, abalone, and then our premium eating fish, the King George whiting, garfish, snapper. So we are pretty spoilt with our seafood.
So we're using some King George whiting now?
Yeah, I got a bit lazy and this one got left over and didn't get clean, so that's our premium table fish, and here we are using it for snapping bait. Yeah.
I was going to say, isn't that something that I should see on a plate, not on a bait station?
Yeah, it's a bit naughty, but hopefully we'll catch you a big snapper with it.
Cool.
So it won't be wasted. Just peel the fillet off.
Yeah.
Off the fish. And there's very nice eating normally. Hopefully the snapper appreciates it. We just cut them into strips.
Hopefully they show us a bit of gratitude.
Yeah, well, they should. That's as good as feed as that snapper's ever going to get.
Oh, I wonder what I'm going to get with this.
Yep. Yeah, he's a nice one. Maybe 40 centimetre one.
Oh, he's going for it.
Yeah, he's a good little fish. Yeah, it's not necessarily the big ones do all the scrapping, the little fellas.
I've noticed that with a lot of different species as well, like broadbill, when we catch the smaller ones, sometimes they fight harder than the bigger ones.
It's like the teenagers in the nightclubs. They got a bit more going in them than grandpa in the old age home.
And we're getting bites.
Yep.
Yep, we're both in. Oh, they are little scrappers.
Yeah, good fun, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cracker fish. Beautiful colour in that one too. Quite often our offshore ones don't have a lot of colour, Nicky, so they're quite pale because they're coming from deep water.
Yeah.
But that one's got beautiful red,
dark.
good, beautiful colour, isn't it? You reckon they're brother and sister?
I reckon they might even be twins.
Pretty close, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good fish.
Ew, get him, Fuzz.
He's a better one. Oh, stay on, stay on. Well in the 40s. A bit better one, Nick.
Ew. Oh, good fish. The spikes are a lot bigger.
Yeah. They're a nasty fish to handle, the snapper, aren't they? With the spikes all over them.
This could be a slightly better fish.
Fish of the day so far, is it?
Maybe. Got to get him in first.
I'm calling it from this angle. It looks better than any that have come in so far.
Ooh. Oh, he's foul hooked. That's what it is. Yeah, so he's foul hooked, unfortunately. He's wrapped around.
It's Australian fish caught by a New Zealander Greek style.
Plump. Like, I wish you at home could feel that. Look at that, straight down the barrel of the fish. On the side, it's just fat.
Like humans, there's fat ones and skinny ones and tall ones and short ones.
There is.
He's a fat snapper. Oh, come on.
The Fuzz is on.
Yes, a little bit better one. Geez, that whacked it hard. Hit it. Not as big as I thought. The water's beautiful and clear, isn't it? You can see him for miles. See the blue on the tail. Never seen that before. Oh, see the iridescent when it was coming through the water, it's gone. Put it back in. See, you can see that. Yeah, you see it on the bottom fin, but I've never seen it on the back tail fin like that.
And he looks fairly normal.
Yeah, you can't.
Not a bad fish.
He's a beauty. Yeah, high 40s.
So this is your half blue tail, half black tail fish there, Fuzz.
Well, it had a bit of bling on it coming in, didn't it? It looked, so I've never seen that before. You see it around their eyes, like you still see it now.
Yeah.
On the top of the eye and the spots, but yeah, the tail was really iridescent, wasn't it?
It was,
coming in,
yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Hey, should we let this one go?
Yeah, very lucky fish. I don't throw too many back, but if you're going to make me put it back,
I'll make you put it back.
I'll put it back.
We're taking a few now, so.
Yeah, no, we've got plenty to eat.
Yeah.
But so I say, out in this deep water, it's not a real high survival rate.
Yeah.
But this one's got a fair chance of surviving because it's going to get put back.
Tackle tips and tactics, brought to you by Smart Marine. This 48-piece Ting Tools kit is legendary. I've got one of these puppies in the boat. I've got another bad boy in the ute. I've got one at the batch. I've got the one at the house. They're so handy. It's got rubber feet, recessed handle, hip grip, click lock, quick release, flip reverse, and ratchet handle. You get a little bit of everything in this bad boy little kit. For all your fishing needs, head on down to your local Smart Marine store. Oh wow. Wait right where you are to see us get into some South Australian snook. Here we are in Arno Bay, South Australia, fishing with Fuzz.
Arno Bay, it's a really good prawn fishery, crab fishery, so that obviously is a good source of food for the snapper, and just everything just must come together, you know, the water temperature, the water depth, because yeah, we consistently get the big snapper year after year.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you have physically seen and held a 20-kilo snapper.
Yeah.
Not pound, kilo.
20.16 kilo. It's the unofficial world record. New Zealand's got the official world record.
We do.
But Arno Bay's got the unofficial world record.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talk to me about that day.
That was a long time ago. That was nearly 10 years ago. That was a 44 pound. We talk in pounds here, but yeah, 20 kilo. Then a fortnight later, had the CEO of Shimano, Colin Tannehill. He caught one that was 18 kilo, or 18 and a squirt, and that one went exactly 40 pound. So he was a pretty happy man. Two 40-pounders in a fortnight, and they're the only two, you know, in all my years of fishing that have cracked the 40-pound mark.
That's incredible. The record snapper weren't biting for us, so we got enough for a feed and start our journey back to look for some snook.
Right, so my mate Fuzz reckons that there's a whole heap of snook down there, so I'm going to throw this little rapala down, see what I can get. What have you got there, Fuzz?
These are the pellets that they feed the yellowtail kingfish, the farms that were just out there to our shoulder. Yeah. And these are the ones that fall on the road. I'll go and clean them up. I'm doing the boys a favour.
You are. You absolutely are.
I'm pretty good to them.
So what are you doing over there, Fuzz?
Just the whiting are a bit slow. So
we've been here 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, I'm not very patient. And,
so you got a little rapala on there?
So I threw a little rapala lure on the other rod and reel, and I'll let that sink a bit now, and then I'll just do a slow retrieve. And if there's any snook around the place, they'll latch onto that, and you'll know pretty quick whether they're around the place or not. Usually, too, they can be a bit timid to start with, and you'll see they'll follow your lure in, so it'll give you a bit of a gauge whether they're actually in the area or not. Yep.
Did you see any?
I saw one the first cast, but I didn't see one that cast. So.
Maybe we need more pellets.
Yeah, you can overburley sometimes too. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, it's a fine line.
Pellets.
Oh, yes, I'm on.
Woo!
Ah, you're beauty. These are good fun, the snook. This is not a real big one, but you get all different sorts of sizes. This is only a little fella, but he's a legal size. But oh, I've dropped it. Herschel
no.
Gibbs. What a disgrace. But where there's one, there's more.
Oh, wow.
Big dog shark.
I don't know. I've never seen a dog shark.
Yep. Oh, no, that's a banjo.
A banjo?
A banjo ray, or a fiddler, we call them.
A fiddler.
They're harmless, no teeth, nothing nasty. Yes, I love it. A little bit bigger. You don't want to get you don't want your fingers too close to that. We've left the pliers in on shore. That's the best way to get your treble out. But we'll have to use the fingers and try and avoid them sharp teeth.
It's probably safe to say that you got a better catch than I did, but this one looks pretty cool.
They're these are the snook. They're good through the smoker. Okay to eat fresh, but we mainly feed these to the Victorians and South Australians. Not that keen on eating the snook.
I feel like there's a bit of rivalry there between the states.
Nah, we got them covered. They got to come here to catch fish. We don't go to Victoria to catch fish.
Oh, yep. I just hooked up just at the boat here.
Oh, that makes you 1 from 1.
One from one, mate.
Yeah,
1 from 1.
Fair effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, good fun, aren't they?
They are so much fun, and I can actually see it following my lure.
Yeah, it's pretty visual. My young fella, he's only 15, and this is about the only fishing he actually likes, because he's busy. He's busy casting the lure, and you can see. Sometimes you'll have 6 or 7 of them. You can see trailing the lure. Yes, it is really good fun.
My first snook. Ticking off those Aussie species one at a time. Woohoo! 2 from 2 on snook.
Yeah, not bad. Microphone?
I'm good.
Anything to say?
No, this is not a very good microphone. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, straight on.
Yeah.
It's better when they bite further back. You get more play time.
Yeah.
That burley, I think, Nicky, didn't it?
It is. It must be that burley.
Wow! Yeah, that was the spit the lure. Hey, a little fella, this one.
All right, well, that was a bit of fun.
I love catching the snook. They're awesome.
Oh, they're so good to catch, and I can't believe how you just cast your little rapala out, and then that you can visually see them following it back in.
Yeah, they're an awesome lure, the blue ones. For some reason, the snook just love them. And like you say, you watch the lure come back in, and 2 or 3 or 4 snook follow it on the way in. So it's pretty entertaining, isn't it?
Now we've got probably about 8 or 10 of them in the boot now.
South Aussies, we don't really eat them, but I'll cook up a couple for you tonight for a taste.
Okay, cool. Well, let's crack into let's go back to land, and then we can see how you like to cook up these Aussie treats.
Yeah, no, we'll have a crack for you and see what we can find.
Mate, have I arrived just in time for the production line?
A little bit of work still in front of us, but Uncle Pete's salt and pepper squid here, so we're getting close to having a bit of a cook.
Who's Uncle Pete?
No idea. A good mate gave me the recipe and he got it from his Uncle Pete, and I've never met his Uncle Pete.
Oh, fair enough. So that's first, I'm guessing, and then what have we've got...
That's what we feed the Victorians on the end here, the Snook.
We've got a Victorian here. We've got one of the guys from Inverloch Marine, so...
Perfect. So
he can have this one.
He'll be as happy as Larry. South Australians, we love the King George whiting. That's our premium table fish.
And you got the snapper for the Kiwis?
Yeah, and snapper for the Kiwis.
Okay,
yeah.
so you got a little bit of everything for us, Fuzz.
Got everyone covered, hopefully.
Hopefully.
We'll see how we go.
I can think of no better way to wrap up such an epic day of fishing. True to his word, Fuzz has put on a delicious feast for us with 3 of South Australia's finest fish.
Honestly, I don't think I can eat anymore. I'm so full. But look, thank you so much for cooking this feed for us, and thank you for coming on the show. It's been good. It's been real.
Happy days.
Happy days. And thank you for tuning in to Eidos Addicted to Fishing. We'll see you next week.
We trust Qantas to fly us to South Australia and back home again safely. A big cheers to our mates at Inverloch Marine for sorting us out with an extreme boat. And this is where we choose to stay when visiting Arno Bay. To book your fishing adventure with Fuzzle from Fuzzle's Fishing Adventures, just go to www.fuzzles-fishing.com. Gear, Care and Catch, brought to you by Trade Zone.
Hey, Laurie.
Oh, g'day, Nicky. What are you doing here?
Well, I'm actually here because I'd like to do some welding. I have just gone and purchased a stainless steel filleting station.
Okay.
And it requires a little bit of welding, so I thought I'd come in and see you guys here at Trade Zone in Rotorua.
Excellent.
Have you got something sort of entry level for me?
Yep, sure have. We've got a really cool machine here, the Viper 200. It's priced for the domestic market, and it comes with an 8-metre torch, so it means you've got plenty of reach on your job.
Okay.
And it's all digital and it's easy to control it, that sort of thing. And if you don't understand it, then there's a great manual that comes with it.
Okay.
And it's written by Kiwis for Kiwis.
Perfect.
The machines are designed by Kiwis, and so good backup on them as well, and that's really important, I think, at the end of the day. And it comes with a whole lot of handy pieces and things like that.
Yeah.
8-metre lead, and it's got high frequency, so it means you won't be scratching your lovely stainless steel surfaces and things like that.
Okay.
And it can run on a generator. You ever go to the batch? Are you going to be doing this at home, or are you going to be doing it
Doing it at home, basically,
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, it would be good to know that it goes with the generator.
All right.
Yeah. Sweet. Well, I'll take one of those, please.
All right.
For all your engineering needs, head in store or order online at www.tradezone.co.nz. Check out our YouTube page for tips, tricks, and entire episodes of every season. And like us on Facebook to keep up to date with competitions and all your fishing news. Eidos Addicted to Fishing is proud to be with Extreme Boats, powered by Honda Marine. We tow it around in our custom-built cam trailer on the back of our Ford Ranger. Smart Marine supply us with our Shimano tackle, and we find the best fishing spots with our Furuno. We maintain our gear using Ting tools and clean up using Bosch hot water products, supplied by our local Chester's Plumbing store. Keep up to date thanks to New Zealand Fishing News magazine, and it all sticks together thanks to Eidos.